Howdy folks, we're back again. I've got two Walbro LME carburetors here. They're both identical as far as I can tell. I believe this one to be the less good between the two of them. We're not going to worry about that right now. This one here seems to be the better one. It does have a coat of paint on it too already, so that helps. I'm just going to quickly go through it here, tear it down even further. I guess I don't really need to do that. Maybe a pair of pliers. So you'll have already seen in the last video we picked up, or I didn't pick it up actually, it came in the mail, that oops, that oh, there it is. That carburetor kit we got showed up in the mail. There's the straws. Space, right, everything. See, I'm just taking everything off of it basically. We have to go through, we have a few things to do to it, a bunch of stuff to replace on it. I have to find a little dish or something to put those old parts in. So here should be fine, even though it's loose. Actually no, this one here is the one that's fine, this one here is the one that needs to come out. So you can see how loose that is. Hopefully you can anyway. So I'm just going to pull the screws out of her without stripping them, hopefully. Because I don't think this came with any screws. Just the hard parts. That's something it should come with though. They should give you the screws, either with the rebuild kit or oops. There we go. There's your spring. That friggin' dog! So you can see, hopefully, how worn it is. Just the shaft itself even. Okay. Well, we got bushings for that anyway. So. This here needs to come out too. I'm going to get a bigger screwdriver. I guess I had it out before. These videos for you guys will be pretty much back to back, but for me it's been a couple of weeks since. This here can go. Won't be needing that. The rest of it I think we can leave. There's not much left anyway. So I'm just going to gather up those bits and pieces and I'll get back to you in a second. And back. I just put some of the old parts there. I think I'm going to be reusing a few of these. I got some of the older ones that I'm not going to be reusing up here in this little plastic tray that something came in. This here is the pile of new parts over here. Here's our carburetor body. Here's the old throttle shaft. So the first thing I'm going to look at doing here is we're going to install this new throttle shaft and the bushings for it. So I can put that aside for now. So there's two bushings. Whoop. Two bushings, and I've got to drill this out 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to do that. Then we'll see how the bushings go in. 1/4 inch bit, an Old Faithful. More faster. Yeah, that seems big. Whatever. There's the top. I really want to drill into my hand. I think that should be enough pretty near. Just look in there real quick. Touch more. That felt like it. So we're done with that now. We're just going to clean up all this mess. And clean up that carburetor. Alright, let's put these bushings in. There's a slight taper on one side for driving them in. Let me get something. see. There we go. Not much to that. Just gonna do the top one now. There. Now the last thing we gotta do is take a 7/32, I believe. Yes, 7/32 drill bit and run it down through the bushings. So I'm gonna do that and we'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's our completed bushing in that end, and there you can see it in there too. So the throttle shaft fits in nice and snugly. It has to go down in there further obviously, but still have to do step 2 here, which is, there it is. We need to grind down that little nubbins there on the top, and we need to stick that there on this here and put the screw on it with a bit of Loctite. So I'm just going to take a Dremel or a file or something and shave that off so I can pop this piece off of it right quick here. As you can see, I just took a flap wheel to that right quick, so that should pop off no problem. Looks like you can do it 180 wrong, so I'm just going to make a quick mark. On the shaft. And on that, just so we can be sure, as you can see, green, green, straightforward. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to grab some Loctite here. And it's a Phillips head. Alright. Just undo that little screw. Okay, this here went on the flat side. If you guys had a little lathe, there's no reason you couldn't make that yourself in a mill too, I guess. Well, you maybe do it in a lathe if you're way better at it than me. You get it close enough anyway. Just like to hit that on something a little bit hard. Satisfied with that. Got some red Loctite. You could probably use blue too, but why not? regret it. It won't be very hard to heat it up and get it apart anyway if you needed to. There. That's our throttle shaft all done. We can stick that in here now. Ooh, that's maybe can still be a little bit tight. Let's run the bit through it one more time, loosen her up. Well, I got the throttle shaft in with the bushings, and I put the throttle plate on. It's a bit, excuse me, it's a bit on the tight side, but I think it'll wear in. So I think we're good there. And there's absolutely zero free play in it now. So now we can move on to the next part and throw that in there. This is our float. Might as well put our new old stock main jet in. Good enough. Yeah, I guess we can do our float now. See if we can't get this wrong. Get our new needle and seat. Use our big screwdriver for this one. Seat is in. Now, looks like I need to. Wow, 0 for 2. Alright, I got you guys off the stand for a second. I lost, well, here's the one end of it. There's a little spring that goes on the end of the needle. Yeah, I won't focus, but and then the needle, and the kit didn't come with one. There's the hoop. There's the needle valve for that. So I had to switch it over. Of course, I lost it. It launched off the end of it, so I thought, well, I have that other carburetor, so I'll just pull it off that one. Launch that one too. I had that other parts carburetor right there. Pull that out. It's different. Won't fit. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But moving forward here, I just quickly assembled this for the bottom of the float bowl. We got this here we can put in, and a couple other things. So I'm just going to quickly run through that, and we'll get back to you in a second. Here's something interesting. You can kind of visually tell, I guess, but this is the old one, this is the new one, and the very tips, there's about 10 thou difference. The new one is 10 thou larger than the old one, and it won't allow it to get all the way in there, so I guess we'll just have to clean this one up and reuse it. This one here would be the number 10, which is idle adjustment needle, so we'll have to fix that. We'll just not use the new one and use the old one instead. Just gotta clean it up a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't leave it like that. I put a bit of valve lapping compound in the bushings and wiggled it back and forth until it was free. Cleaned it up with some brake cleaner and whatnot. So I put that spring on there too. I forgot that earlier. I don't know if you guys can see or not because this thing won't focus for shit. Anyways. Working good now. Just gotta find that missing spring.